So dear students, welcome to the science class. So in the last class we completed the topic named as electricity. So we are going to start another topic which is interlinked with the electricity topic and one of the interesting topic in your syllabus, that is nothing but magnetic effect of electric current. Right. So already we discussed about the heating effect of electric current, that is nothing but due to the electric current the conductor is going to get heated because of the electricity. So it is nothing but heating effect of electric current. In the same manner, we are going to see about the magnetic effect of the electric current. So electric current is going to give the effect of magnets. So before that, we should discuss about the magnets. Before going to this topic, we should discuss about the magnets. How does magnet work? What will be the magnetic field? What will be the magnetic field lines? Why magnets are attracting another element? So before that, we know magnets are two types. One is the bar magnet, another one is the horseshoe magnet. So before going for that thing, we are going to know about the properties of the magnets. Properties of the magnets. So already know about the magnet. Those are nothing but magnets are those which are going to attract other things, or which is going to attract magnetic materials. So let us consider the first property here, that is nothing but attractive property. First property of the magnet is nothing but attractive property. So what is the attractive property of magnet? Right, magnets are, so bar magnets are going to attract each other. Bar magnets, if you take two magnets nearer to each other, both magnets are going to attract each other. So that is nothing but attractive property. Right, in the same manner, if you take a magnet nearer to a magnetic material, for example iron, if you take iron, if you take the magnet nearer to the iron, the magnet is going to attract iron particles. It is nothing but it is the attractive property of the magnet. Now next, second property of the magnets is poles exist in the pair. Poles exist in pair. So if we take a bar magnet here, bar magnet looks like this. So we already discussed about that. A bar magnet has two poles. One is the north pole, another one is the south pole. Right. So always remember, magnet, bar magnet, or if you take the horseshoe magnet also, all are going to exist in the phase. Those poles are going to exist in the phase. Those having the north as well as south pole. So if you cut this bar magnet again, at this portion, it's again going to have north and this pole. If you cut here, it is going to have the south pole. In the same manner, this pole is going to become north here and this pole is going to become south. So again, if you cut one magnet into two magnets, those again magnets are going to have the pairs as poles as north pole and south pole. It is also going to have the north pole and the south pole. Always if you make a number of pieces of that magnet, again they are going to exist. The poles are going to exist in the pairs. So this is the second property of the magnet. Third property is directive property. Third property is directive property, or we can call it as NS property. What is the directive property? We know that poles are going to exist in the pairs. So what are those pairs? If you suspend a magnet, if you suspend a magnet freely, bar magnet freely, then it is always going to lie in the direction of the north to the south. Always it is going to suspend in such a manner that it is always going to show the north and south direction. So that property is nothing but what? It is the directive property. It is always going to show north and south property. If I suspend a magnet here like this, so if it is the north direction, if it is the south direction, then it is always going to suspend like that. It is always going to show the direction as north and south. So whatever the direction of the magnet, the pole of the magnet which is towards the north direction is nothing but what? It is the north pole of that magnet, and which is showing the south pole or another pole which is in the direction of the south, then it is going to call it as south pole. North pole and the south pole. Right. So this is the third property of the magnet. So last property is repulsion in the shore test for the polarity. We are going to check about the repulsion is the shore test for the polarity. So we know that in the charges as well as in the magnets also, unlike charges are going to attract each other, whereas like charges are going to repel each other. In the same manner, unlike poles are going to attract each other, but like poles are going to repel each other. Right? For that reason, we are going to take the repulsion as shore test for the polarity. Why repulsion as the shore test for the polarity? Why not the attraction? Already we know that unlike poles are going to attract each other, like poles are going to repel each other. Right? Unlike poles are going to attract each other, like poles are going to repel each other. If we check here, it has the south and the north pole, so that they are going to attract each other. So by that we can say that one has the north pole, another one has the south pole. In the same manner, if we change the direction of this magnet, I can come closer, take those things to the closer to each other, then we can say that it is the south pole and it is also south pole, both are going to repel each other. So in both the ways it is possible to check the polarity of the magnet. But what happens, in some cases if you see, magnetic material is going to attracted by the magnet. Right, like iron is also going to attracted by the magnet. Now, if the magnets are attracting the magnetic material, is it possible to say that attraction can be taken for the testing of the polarity here? No, it is not possible. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. For that reason, we are taking the repulsion as the shore test for the polarity checking. Right? If the poles are same only, then those are going to repel each other. If we take different pole or different magnet or different magnetic material, it is going to attract each other. For that reason, repulsion is the shore test for the polarity. Repulsion is the shore test for the polarity. So this is about the properties of the magnets. Properties of the magnets. So we already know that magnets have the attractive property. Magnets have the attractive property. So see here, I am going to take another magnet here. That is nothing but bar magnet, which has the N and S. North pole and the south pole. So nearer to that, what I am going to do here, I am going to take a magnetic material. That is nothing but iron. So I am going to take the iron here at this point. At this point or wherever near to the magnet. So is it possible that at a point this magnet is going to attract that iron? Yes, it is possible. So it is going to attract the iron. In the same way, I am going to put the next time the iron here. Small piece of iron made here. So is it possible that this magnet is going to attract that iron here? Yes, it is also possible. So I am going to keep the iron next at this top. Now is it possible that iron is going to be attracted by this magnet? May be possible, may not be possible, since the distance is more. So next I am going to keep the magnet here, iron here. So it is attracting. Above that it is not attracting, but at this point it is attracting. So why it is attracting? It is because of the magnet. This magnet is exerting a attractive force on the iron fillings or iron nail. Because of that iron nail is coming closer to the magnets. Right? If it is exerting force on the iron nail, why it is not exerting the force of the iron nail here on this iron nail? Why it is not exerting? Since the attractive force limit exceeds here only, which is the last. Exceeds here only. So in the same manner, if you take the iron nail here also, it is attracting. After this point, if you take the iron nail here, it is not attracting. So in this manner also, here the magnetic property, that is nothing but attractive property of the magnet, is exceeding here. So above that, it is not attracting the what? It is not attracting the this thing, that is nothing but iron ore. So whatever the region which is coming here, this region, whatever the region around the magnet which is coming, where the magnetic force is acting, that region is nothing but it is known as the magnetic field. It is known as what? It is known as the magnetic field. So this much area around the magnet, this much area, whatever the area at which the iron line is attracting, the attractive property of the magnets is working, that area is nothing but it is the magnetic field. It is what? It is the magnetic field. If you want to divide the magnetic field here, magnetic field is nothing but it is the area or it is the region around the magnet where magnetic property works, where the magnetic force is works or attractive property is works. So this much area, this much region is nothing but it is the magnetic field of this magnet. It is the magnetic field of this magnet. So the magnetic field is nothing but what? Magnetic field is the area of or region of magnet or area of region of attractive force or a region area of magnetic force, area of magnetic force around the magnet. So it is nothing but it is the magnetic field. So what if you take any magnet, it has its own magnetic field, that is nothing but in that magnetic field, that magnet is going to attract the different magnetic material, different magnets. So this is about the magnetic field. And the SI unit of the magnetic field is Tesla. Magnetic field's SI unit is Tesla. So which is can be denoted as capital T. So Tesla is the scientist name. It is the name of the scientist, that is nothing but Nikola Tesla. He is the one of the most important scientists in the field of the electricity. In the field of the electricity. So if you see all the equipment which are working on the AC current, about that we are going to discuss in the further sections. AC current, those are working. Now if you take the fan, if you take the phone, mobile phones, if you take the bulbs, those are all working on the AC current only. So inventor of that AC current is none of them is the Nikola Tesla. Is nothing but Nikola Tesla. Because of that, the magnetic field has the name of the SI unit of the magnetic field is Tesla. Right. So 1 Tesla is equal to 1 Newton per ampere per meter. 1 Tesla is equal to, which is equal to Newton per ampere per meter. Newton per ampere per meter. So 1 Tesla is nothing but it is the magnetic field. So magnetic field is nothing but what? It is the magnetic force around this conductor. Right, so that is known as 1 Newton per ampere per meter, which we are going to see about the ampere and meter in the while discussing about the magnetic field effect of the electric current. So which is given by the Tesla. So we are going to discuss about the current as well as the length of the conductor. For that reason, it has the 1 Newton per ampere per meter. About that we are going to discuss in the while discussing about the magnetic effect of electric current. So it's just about the magnetic field. Right. In the same manner, Newton per ampere per meter also given as Weber meter square. It is also given as Weber meter square. So Weber per meter square, which is given as Weber per meter square. Weber per meter square. Right. So this is about the magnetic field. I hope this is clear. So next we are going to discuss about the how does this magnetic field work. How does this magnetic field work? Right? How it is going to attract the different particles? What may be the cause for the magnetic field here? What are maybe the parameters which are acting in this magnet? We are going to discuss those things. So next we are going to discuss about the magnetic field length. Before that, we already know that magnetic field is nothing but it is the area covering the magnetic property of the magnet. So is it possible that by using the iron nail only we are going to identify the magnetic field line or about the magnetic field? Is it possible to take some other thing? Yes, it is possible to take some other thing, that is nothing but magnetic compass. So that magnetic compass is nothing but which is used in the olden days, in the ancient times, to check about the directions. So that magnetic compass is always going to show the direction of the north to the south. The needle is always going to show the direction from north to the south. So the reddish color in the magnetic needle is nothing but it is the north pole, whereas the blue color of that thing is the south pole. So always it is going to show the north and the south direction. Right. Now if you take that only, if you take that compass only, if you rotate the compass, again that compass is going to show the north to the south direction. It is going to show the north to the south direction. Again if you rotate it, again it is going to show the north to the south direction. So by using that compass, we can identify the magnetic field of a magnet. Why we are going to identify the magnetic field of a magnet by the compass? When we take the compass near to the magnet, it starts to deflect it. It starts deflecting. It starts to show different directions. If it starts to show different direction, it is because of that the magnetic field is acting in that direction. In that reason, there is the presence of the magnetic field. So here in this, while studying about the magnetic field lines, we are going to take two conditions. When we are going to take a compass to check the direction of the magnetic field lines. Another thing, we are going to take the iron fillings to know about the magnetic field lines. Right. For that reason, say take here again a bar magnet. Bar magnet which has the north pole and which has the south pole. Right. The bar magnet is taken on a cardboard. Bar magnet is taken on a cardboard. Around that cardboard, we are putting some iron pieces, iron fittings around it. Around it. Like this. Powdered iron fillings we are going to keep here. Right, there will be a number of iron fillings will be kept around the magnet, bar magnet on a cardboard, like this. Right, they are not attracting now. They are not attracting now. So what we are going to do, we are going to vibrate that cardboard on which iron fillings as well as the magnet is kept. So when we rotate it, when we apply the force or when we vibrate those things, whatever the iron fillings are there starts to deposit on the north and south pole at maximum region, and they are going to start to give a pattern like this. If we continuously shake those things, see here, if you continuously shake those things like this, it is again the bar magnet, same bar magnet which is kept on the cardboard. When you shake it, whatever the iron fillings which are present on this cardboard starts to deposit nearer to the north pole and the south pole like this, and they are going to start to give a pattern like this. They starts to give a pattern like this. In the same manner, in the downward direction also they starts to give a pattern like this. The iron fillings starts to collect like this, and the more amount of the iron fillings are going to collect at the pole regions. At the pole region. So like this iron filling starts to deposit nearer to this north and this magnet like this in this manner. Right. So this is nothing but it is the magnetic field. Right. We know that from at which point the area surrounding the magnet is nothing but the magnetic field. Because of that magnetic field, these things that is nothing but iron fillings are depositing like this. So if we check here, we can say that why they are depositing like this, why they are not depositing at the same manner. If the magnetic field present everywhere, so that they should deposit on the north and the south pole as well as on the surface of the magnet. they are giving curves here? Since because the magnetic field works like this only. They are work in the line purpose, in the line manner. So there will be presence of the magnetic field here only. There will be presence of the magnetic field here only. There will be the presence of the magnetic field here only. So that they are giving the such patterns, right? Those such patterns which are seen here, those patterns are nothing but what? Those are the magnetic field lines. Those are the magnetic field lines which are going to denote the magnetic field. So if you see here, the amount of the iron fillings which are deposited nearer to the poles is very high. So whenever you see the amount of the magnetic fields are very closer to each other, or there will be more amount of magnetic field lines, at that point the magnetic field will be stronger. At this point the magnetic field will be stronger. If you go apart from each other, if you see the way more distance, then the magnetic field is become weaker. It is going to become weaker. So these lines, these patterns are nothing but what? These patterns are the magnetic field lines. These are the magnetic field lines. So iron fillings are going to deposit in such a manner that they are going to give the curved lines. Those curved lines are nothing but those are the magnetic field lines. So what are the magnetic field lines here? Magnetic field lines is a line such that the tangent at a point on a given, it gives the direction of the magnetic field at the point is called the magnetic field line. A line such that the tangent at point on it gives the direction of the magnetic field at that point is called magnetic field line. Right, so this is about the magnetic field line. So in which direction the magnetic field line goes? Is it going from the north to south, or is it going from the south to north? Is it moving from the north to south, or is it moving from the south to north? So we have to check that thing. By checking that thing, we are going to see some properties of the magnetic field lines. We are going to discuss about the properties of the magnetic field lines. So in the examination, they are going to ask the diagram of this. Draw the diagram of the magnetic field lines around a magnet by using the iron fillings. So you have to draw a diagram like this, and you also show the direction of the magnetic field lines, in which direction they are moving. Right? If you see here, is it possible to show the direction of the magnetic field lines here in this case? We can say that it has the same pattern, like this pattern. It has at the pole there will be more magnetic field. Apart from the pole, there will be less magnetic field. Is it possible to show the direction of the magnetic field here by using this thing? No, it is not possible. But we know that one thing is there to show the direction. That thing is nothing but what? Magnetic compass, which is used for the identification of the direction. So that compass can be used for the purpose of the identification of the direction here in this case also. So if we take the compass here nearer to the north pole, it is going to show the direction like this. It is going to show the direction away from the north pole. Again, if you take the compass here at this point, it is going to show the direction like this. Right? If you take the compass here, it is going to show the direction like this. Again, if you take the compass here, it is going to show the direction like this. Again, if you take the compass at this point, it is going to show the direction like this. If you take the compass near to this point, it is going to show the direction like this. Right? So if you take the compass and check the compass at different points of the magnetic field lines, it is going to show the different direction only. So here it is also going to show in this direction. It is going to show in this direction. Here in this direction. Here in this direction. Here also in this direction. Like this, it is going to show the different direction. If you check it. So here also it is going to show in this direction. It is also going to show in this direction. Here it is also going to show in this direction. It is also going to show in this direction, like this, like this, like this, like this. Right? If you check here, if you using the magnetic compass, when you check the direction of the magnetic field, it is always showing that magnetic field is coming from the north pole and it is entering into the south pole. It is coming from the north pole and it is entering into the south pole. In the same manner, if we check the magnetic field inside here, it is moving in this direction from the south to the north. Outside the magnet, it is moving from the north to the south. Inside the magnet, it is moving from the south to the north. If you check this direction here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this, it is making a closed curve here, like this. Inside it also. Again, if you take second line also, it is making a closed curve like this. Closed curve like this. If we draw this diagram by using the direction of the magnetic field by using the compass, it is going to show direction like this. It is going to show direction like this. So this is the direction of the magnetic field lines. These are the very important points. So magnetic field lines are emerging from the north pole and they are entering into the south pole, and always they are traveling from the north to the south pole. Inside in the magnet, they are traveling from the south to the north pole. South to the north pole. If you correctly check here, they are forming the closed loop here or closed curve. So the first property of the magnetic field lines is they are making a closed curve. They are closed curved lines. Those are the closed curved lines which are traveling from the south pole to the north pole to the south pole. They are traveling north to the south, outside, north to the south, outside. Here the outside is in the magnetic field. They are traveling from the north to the south. Inside they are traveling from the south to the north. So this is the first property. In the second property we take here. If the second property we check here in this case, closer to the poles, if you check here, magnetic field lines are very closer. Are they closer to the poles? Magnetic field lines are closer. When you go apart from if you go away from the magnets, those lines are apart, away from each other. So here the magnetic field will be stronger. Away from the magnet, at the pole region, the magnetic field will be stronger. Away from the poles, the magnetic field will be weaker. Right. So at the pole region, at poles, magnetic field lines are closer. At poles, magnetic field lines are closer. And away from their poles, or if you take here, away from the field, away from the poles, if you take away from the poles, those magnetic field lines are spread out. Those are spread out. So if you check here, at poles they are closer to each other, away from the poles they are spreading out. Since the magnetic field is very weak there. So the third property is that the magnetic field lines never intersect each other. Magnetic field lines never intersect each other. Never intersect each other. Never intersect each other. So this is the third property, that is nothing but magnetic field lines never intersect each other. So why they never intersect each other? If you see here, the magnetic field lines are showing the direction from north to the south. They are traveling in only one direction. They are traveling in the only one direction. So is it possible that in a compass at a one position of point, if you take this position, at this position of point, is it possible that compass is going to show the two direction? One direction in this direction, another in this direction. Is it possible at only single position? It is not possible. If it is not possible, then each line is moving in such a manner that they are not going to intersect each other. They are traveling parallel to each other. They always travel in parallel direction. Because of that thing, they are not going to intersect each other. Right? If you take a compass at any point, that compass, it is not possible to show two direction at a position. Because of that, those magnetic field lines are never ever going to intersect each other. They are never ever going to intersect each other. So this is about the magnetic field line. Magnetic field line is nothing but magnetic field line at a point is nothing but it is the tangent drawn to check the direction of the magnetic field. So if you check here, the magnetic field direction will be in this direction. If you check here, the magnetic field direction will be here in this direction. Here the magnetic field direction will be towards the south. So this is about the magnetic field lines. Right. Always remember the properties of the magnetic field lines. That is nothing but they are going to travel from the north to the south, outside, inside, south to the north. If the magnetic field lines are emerging, that means those are the north pole. If the magnetic field lines are entering, that is nothing but it is the south pole. And magnetic field will be stronger at the poles compared to the regions away from the poles. Because of that, here the magnetic field lines are closer, away from that they are spread out. When they are closer, the magnetic field intensity will be larger. When they are away from it, those intensity of that magnetic field is weaker. Right? And they are going to form the closed curve. So these are the properties of the magnetic field line, and this is about the magnetic field. So I hope everything is clear about the magnetic field and magnetic field lines. By using these things, whatever we discussed about the magnet and magnetic field lines, by using these things, we are going to study about the magnetic effect of the electric current. So that in the next class, we are going to discuss about the magnetic effect of electric current. Up to that point, thank you, take care, stay well, stay home.